What's good, Charm City crew? My name is Matt. I am a shoe collar worker here at Charm City Run. We are the soul of the city, and we are bringing you all the hot takes on the latest and greatest in the running world. You guys already know what it is. It's 2021. Get out, get active, and first things first, I would like to congratulate Julia from Baltimore. Congratulations, Julia. You have won the October Shoe to Charm Your Socks Off giveaway. You have won a pair of On shoes from us, so we will be contacting you shortly to get the perfect On shoe for you. And if you guys at home would like to win that free pair of shoes, keep watching to the end of the video. We will be raffling off the shoe that is going to be the star of this video. So without further ado, let's look at a shoe to charm your socks off. All right, on this month's episode of Shoes to Charm Your Socks Off, we have the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38. And yes, I said 38. This is the 38th version of this shoe, and it has more iterations than any other shoe we've got, because this is actually the cornerstone of Nike's running technology and their brand. They base a lot of their shoes off of this shoe. This shoe has really been the workhorse with wings, which is a nickname for the Pegasus, because it's really a shoe that anybody can step into. It can do a whole lot for you, and it's really something that has been revolutionary for Nike over the years. So we can't make charming shoe videos without talking about Nike a little bit, because they are really a brand that has been at the forefront of running for so long, and they're a brand that has really brought running into the public eye. They have brought the whole running trend to the front of the pack, per se, and so it would be crazy for us not to look at one of their most well-known shoes and one of their most successful shoes. So thinking about Nike in general, Nike is the Greek goddess of victory. And so back in Greek mythology, Zeus actually would have Nike accompany him into battle, so that while he was hurling those thunderbolts at his enemies and riding on his chariot of fire, Nike was with him, and they were being pulled along by Pegasus. So just to show you how it all ties together there, the Pegasus is really what is carrying Nike and Zeus at the time to victory. So getting a little bit into this shoe now, this is going to be a neutral shoe. So if you're someone who does overpronate or your ankles roll in a little bit, that is all right. You can just throw an insole in there. Atrex, Curex, Superfeet, all great insoles that I would recommend throwing in here, and you can still enjoy this nice mid-weight ride. And so when I say mid-weight, this is going to be about a 10-ounce shoe for a men's size 9. So not your super lightweight race day shoe, not going to be your very heavy cushion, super long run shoe. But like I said, it was the workhorse with wings. So it's actually a shoe, I would say, that can do a little bit of everything. It is a shoe for everybody. If you are a new runner and you haven't picked out running shoes before, I would highly recommend the Pegasus to start with, because it is so applicable and running shoe friendly to anyone who steps into it. So I would say let's start working from the bottom up. So with this outsole, you're going to get a full sheet of outsole, nice, strong, tacky, durable rubber on the outside there. It is a road shoe meant mainly for the roads, but it can handle some crushed gravel, some uneven pavement. I probably wouldn't make it your trail shoe of choice, but that's all right. Going into our midsole, we are going to have a really, really interesting midsole from Nike here. They actually changed the cushioning in it a couple years back when the Epic React came out. And so they've started putting that React foam into their midsole now. And so it makes the shoe a little bit lighter and far springier than it used to be. It used to be a little more plush, not as much pop. Now we've got a lot more pop. And so what's included in this React foam is actually going to be what they call their Zoom airbags. And so it's going to add a lot of pop and spring to the forefront of the shoe. In the 37, they actually had that airbag going all the way throughout the whole midsole, and they had the PSI turned up a little bit. So think about when you're filling a tire and you're filling your car tire up, and once it gets really full, it actually gets harder. That was the issue with the 37, was they made it a little bit too firm, so they let a little bit of that pressure out, and it makes the shoe a little bit softer and bouncier. And then they just moved that airbag straight to the front of the shoe, because that's where all of your acceleration is going to be. That's where you want to get the best toe off. So huge, huge improvement there from the 37 to the 38. And then moving through the toe box area. They're actually making the toe box a little bit wider on this version. Nike traditionally has been a narrower brand, but they're starting to branch out, give the toes a little bit more room to splay out. Fantastic move by Nike, I think. Just letting everybody get into that shoe. Like I mentioned, it is a shoe for everyone, and I think they're just making it even easier to get into and make it that first shoe or the next shoe that you know you'll be happy with no matter what. Working into the top sole here, the 37's model had more of a structured mesh on the top, and I think they really improved on that by making it a breathable, lighter engineered mesh. It really conforms to the foot a little bit better, I think. And then moving into the heel counter on this shoe, it's going to be a little bit deeper. It's going to secure that heel a lot better. The 37 had some issues with heel slippage, so they took everybody's feedback and they improved upon that quite a bit. From there, other improvements. It's not a shoe that is always getting lighter with every version, but it is increasing the energy feedback. The shoe is a much better fit. Nike improves this shoe every 2 to 3 years. They tend to come out with a first version, and then the models subsequent to that tend to just nitpick at little things that need to be improved. Toe box, the mesh, the heel counter. So I think they've finally kind of geared it towards what exactly they were looking for from this shoe. The last one that I would say that was as good as this one was probably the 35, and that was a fantastic iteration as well. So looking at the drop of this shoe, it's going to be a higher drop shoe, 10 millimeters, and it is actually going to come in at a cool $120, so great price for your mid-weight shoe category. Other shoes I would compare it with are the Brooks Ghost, the Saucony Ride, and the Asics Gel Cumulus. So now I'd like to kick it over to my friend in Texas. His name is Ethan. He's been a huge Nike fan for years. He's been wearing the Pegasus for as long as I can remember. I know he had it at least back to the 33s, maybe the 31 and 32 as well. So he knows a lot about this shoe. He's tried on every iteration. Really interested to hear what his analysis is on this. So without further ado, I want to kick it to Ethan. Ethan, let's run it.
Hey Matt, it's good to see you electronically again. Thank you for having me to give you a review of the new Nike Pegasus 38. Standing here under this 100-year-old wooden railroad bridge because it serves as a wonderful contrast. One of the other things that I love about the Pegasus 38 is that it's a very smooth shoe. It just moves really well. It's not as some of it has to do, I think, with the Viking heel. That it kind of, if you happen to heel strike, that you hit along that lateral line and you move it forward to the toe. It's a really nice transition, better than a railroad part, and better than some of the other shoes that are out there.
Thank you, Ethan, for that awesome analysis. The Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38 is the shoe to charm your socks off this month. So let us know in the comments below, will you and the Pegasus be soulmates? Thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to like this video and make sure you subscribe. Before we go, we are going to be raffling off one of these Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38s. So if you are interested in this shoe, please subscribe and hit that comment button. Let us know what your feeling is on these shoes, how much better they've gotten on the newest iteration. I would love to have you come in for a fitting with me. So once again, make sure you comment below to be entered in that giveaway. Until the next one, Charm City crew, live, give, run. That's the mantra. Let's run it.